Three questions, Clint. What are we excited about? What are we nervous about? And what should you, the viewer, not be sleeping on when it comes to the Georgia-Oregon game on Saturday?
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Locked On Bulldogs, part of Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I don't care if this is banter. Get your soup and your stew stuff ready. We are Christmas Eve. Christmas is tomorrow. It's happening. Have all them drinks ready. Have all them candies. Have all them sweets. Do not leave the house. Take every bit of college football that you can have in, because we're here. We've made it. And we're going to talk about, as Daniel said in the open, we're going to talk about what we're nervous about, what we're excited about, and don't sleep on. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. Download that podcast, 5-star rating and review. Hit that bell so that you get notified on YouTube, and comment, because as you saw earlier this week, we interact with those comments and bring them down. So Daniel, let us begin. Because we're sick people and because we're Georgia fans, we start with what we're nervous about in this game, as you should. If you're not doing that, Georgia fan, you're doing this wrong. Let's start with what you're nervous about, because this just in, before we jump into anything, we're nervous about everything.
Everything. Get the bucket. Get it out.
Yep.
Put it next to you. Look at it. And then realize it's not big enough. It's not a large enough bucket.
No.
So you're going to need another one and another one and another one. Look, I'm nervous, Clint, since you asked. I'm nervous about Georgia's ability to run the ball. I've already made that clear on this podcast.
Yes, sir.
Well, now Georgia maybe cannot run the ball. Okay? Maybe Georgia opens the game with a couple 3-and-outs. Okay?
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm still here with you.
Maybe Oregon scores first. Okay? It's fine.
I can see that happening.
Yep. Now maybe Stetson Bennett in the offense tries to force the issue, tries to force a few things. Maybe instead of playing inside the context of the system that Todd Monken has designated, maybe Stetson's trying to throw on the run a little bit more than he typically should. By the way, which is 0. He should throw on the run 0 times.
Never. If you are running Stet, tuck that and go forward for 4 yards minimum.
Run. Yeah. Or stand there and throw the ball. You're very good at both of those things.
You're not. You don't do the other.
That's what I'm nervous about, though. The lack of the run game rattles Georgia's offense a little bit, and we try to force the issue. To be totally honest, I'm not nervous about anything on the defensive side of the ball for Georgia. And I think the offensive unit as a whole is better than the defensive unit. And yet somehow, some way, it's the offensive unit that makes me a little nervous in this game, Clint. Am I crazy?
I think the offense is going to be fantastic this year. I think the offense is going to roll. And yet on this game, I could see us scoring 17 points as a real possibility. And that's not me being over pessimistic or over stupid. I honestly and sincerely think, because of, again, what I know of Kirby. Hey, quick question, Daniel. There's 35 seconds left before the half. Kirby has the ball on the 35-yard line. What's going to happen? And 2 timeouts remaining.
We're going to throw a 5-yard out to the tight end.
Yep. And then we're going to call a timeout, and then we're going to run the ball. And we're going to see how far we get, and we're going to call another timeout. And then we're going to take it to half.
Take it to the half.
Okay. Kirby in these games wants to win. It's Kentucky in the rain. He doesn't care how we win. He just wants to win. And I think he knows we have more talent and everything like that. But Daniel, I'm nervous for this offense. I am nervous that Stetson, all the offseason and all the talk and all the discredit and yada, yada, yada. I'm nervous of all of that becoming true. I'm nervous that our wide receiver depth isn't there, that guys do have to step up. Outside of AD Mitchell, guys have to step up. We got Ladd and we got Dom, a couple guys coming off of an injury. Jackson, there's a couple.
Do you hear that clicking sound right now? That is people in the YouTube comments typing furiously at me. They hate me right now. Furiously at you.
I said wide receiver. I did not say receivers because we got tight ends for days. But if I know Dan, what's going to happen, and this may be a little preview for the third segment, the number one player he cares most about taking away from this game, and if you don't think Brock Bowers is going to get double or triple teamed by Sewell and Flo and all the rest of them the entire game, you're crazy. He's going to have bracket coverage the entire time. That's going to make wide receivers step up. And I don't know if that can happen, Daniel. I'm nervous about that.
We're nervous. We're just saying we're nervous.
That's all I'm saying.
It. All right. Let's talk about what we're excited about, though, Clint, because that's where we want to get the juices flowing.
Let's get them flowing.
All right, let's do that.
But first, I want to let you know about the National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration is out here to tell you that please do not, whatever you do not drive drunk, do not drive stoned. Driving stoned and driving drunk is the same exact thing. You have the same exact problem. So please don't do it. We have so many things that you are able to do with life anymore. I don't know why in the world you would not just go ahead and give the keys to somebody else. Just leave that car there. It's got a phone. There's apps. There's people for days that are willing to go ahead and do this. We care more about your safety than anything else. Please do not drive drunk. Please do not drive stoned. The only way to drive is sober. Drive sober or get pulled over. All right, Daniel.
What are we excited about? I like that we get the nervous part out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Tackle it first. We are Georgia fans, after all. We are first and foremost nervous.
We have to.
What excites you about this game on Saturday?
Here's the thing, Daniel, and I'm not going to bury this anymore.
Don't do it.
And if the people don't know by now, if you have no idea who I am as a fan, what I appreciate as a fan is this. Mm-hmm. I am thrilled to watch the continuation of linebacker U dominate. You have no clue what this does for my soul for inside line. I love D-line. I love edge. We got Michael Williams, who apparently is Trayvon Walker. I know all of that. We got Jalen Carter, the best defensive player in all of college football. I get that. We got Christopher Smith, who's going to be all world in the safety, and I predict he's going to have a great year. Keely Ringo, who's a lockdown corner. But if you made me choose one position of concern that I will forever have at Georgia, it's Roquan Smith, Nakobe Dean, and whoever's coming next. Channing Tindall, Monty Rice, all of those. I am excited to see the rotation of athletic, hard-hitting ballers at linebacker produce once again an incredible crop of talent on a rotation basis that is going to make everybody that has doubted them take the trash right up the brownstone and out the window.
Up and out. Listen, first of all, everything about this game is a reason to be excited. It's college football. Your team is back.
We're back.
The last time we saw Georgia on the field, Clint, might I remind you, we were there in the Lucas Oil Stadium, one of the most hallowed grounds on planet Earth, watching our Georgia Bulldogs win the national championship on January the 10th, the year of our Lord. And now here we are, not 9 months later, watching those same and yet different Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get to see, to your point, Smile Mondon. We're going to get to see guys like Tresman Marshall. We're going to get to see guys like Chaz Chambliss play a larger role in this offense. We're going to get to see freshmen like Michael Williams. We're going to get to see guys like Nyland Green, like Kamari Lassiter, really step into their own, really find their place on this Georgia defense.
Daniel, it's like warm milk cookies and a warm blanket.
It's a
That's the
wonderful
feeling.
thing. Forget about the opponent.
I don't care.
First of all, Oregon can't hang. Oregon's not. They're not the same kind of team as we are. You understand what we're trying to say here? Just look at the players on the team. Because I don't know if you know this, Clint, but it's a 4-quarter game.
How many? Not one?
Oregon might jump off. They might pop off their mouth a little bit, like the little kid in the fight. You understand? They might pop off their mouth a little bit. They might get a shot in early. But over the course of 60 minutes, Clint, this Georgia team is just going to squash Oregon because we're too big, we're too strong, we're too physical, we're too fast, we're too talented. And that talent starts, Clint, with two guys who are not named Brock Bowers. In fact, they are named Darnell Washington and Eric Gilbert. That's what I'm excited about Saturday because Dan Lanning knows that you cannot let Brock Bowers beat you. But Dan Lanning in the back of his mind also knows that Brock Bowers ain't the only cat walking through that door.
There's three of them.
There's three of them. I think Brock Bowers might not be the leading receiver on Georgia's team on Saturday afternoon. I think Brock Bowers might not be the leading receiving tight end on Saturday for Georgia.
Hey, that's wait, come on, Daniel. Third segment's still coming.
Listen, I'm excited to see Eric Gilbert and Darnell Washington ball out against this Oregon completely overmatched linebacker and safety core. Please do me a favor and split a linebacker out wide on Darnell Washington.
I beg you.
Please do me a favor and let a safety try to eyeball Eric Gilbert up and cover him running down the seam. Please do that because that matchup's going to be advantage Georgia all day. I expect big things in the passing game from those two guys specifically, and that's what makes me excited.
Oh my gosh, Daniel. Okay, we got just sweat going. We got a lather happening. We're gonna come back after this, tell you what not to sleep on right after this. Don't sleep on. I'm gonna go ahead and come out and let you all know right now. Daniel teased a little bit. Let me tell you definitively.
Okay.
Don't sleep on Brock Bowers having less than 5 receptions in this game. And it's not because he's going to be held down. I'm saying don't sleep on it. It could very well happen because he is the best offensive weapon. But here's why. Todd Monken's system, Daniel, does it force feed balls in the direction of people?
It's not typically the way that it works.
No, it does not. It does not force feed balls in any direction, people. I.e., Jermaine Burton said, "Force feed me the ball, please." And Todd Monken said, "I don't do that," and he left.
I think his exact quote was "wah wah." I think that's what he said.
I apologize. This was look. This is what we got from the insiders and gurus.
It was "wah wah." Give me the ball, wah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they don't force it. Stetson Bennett, is he somebody that's going to go ahead and just say, you know what, I got this guy complaining in my ear, I'm going to try to force feed the ball? He doesn't do that.
No.
What's going to happen is there's going to be a safety sucking up, there's going to be a linebacker underneath, there's going to be bracket coverage on Brock Bowers, and Stetson, as he should, y'all, please, as he should, will find other receivers. And if Dan Lanning doesn't want to bracket Brock Bowers, T's and P's to you, my friend. You have chosen to get blown out of the stadium.
That's correct.
So don't sleep on Brock Bowers having less than 5 catches, not because he can't do it, not because they won't do it, but because it is wise and smart to take what the defense gives you. Look to AD, look to Big O, look to Gilbert, look to these other players that are going to be open because Brock's going to be demanding attention. And Oregon does have, in fact, some talent to keep up with them. That's the thing that I'm saying here. If this is another team, if South Carolina or Missouri tries to bracket Brock Bowers, as we've seen before in games, it's not going to matter. Like, he's just going to outpace everybody. Just caution yourself. I think Ladd McConkey may have more receptions than Brock Bowers on Saturday.
He does. To be totally honest with you, I hope he does.
Thank you. Because let me tell you this right now. Let me tell you this right now.
Thank you.
Ladd McConkey catching 6 balls, 2 of those are for touchdowns. Okay?
Yes, sir.
2 of those are for touchdowns over 30 yards. Guess who
I'm not worried about over the course of 15 games? Guess who I'm not worried about? That's Brock Bowers. If Ladd McConkey comes out and exerts himself in this game, shows himself to be something in this game, well, all of a sudden, you've got a stew going. That's what you've got, Georgia fans. So you're going to want that. I like that, Clint. I'm going to go in a similar direction, but on the defensive side of the ball.
Here we go.
Okay? We know that Bo Pix is playing in this game. Okay?
Daniel, I'm sorry. Who?
It's Bo Pix.
That's right. Yeah, thank you.
So he throws picks.
Yes.
We know that that's the quarterback in this game. And so you might think Keely Ringo's going to eat in this game. Let me tell you this right now. Dan Lanning, well-versed in the players on Georgia. We know that from Oregon fans. They've told us. He knows the players on this team. That means he knows what that cat Keely Ringo's about.
Oh, he knows.
Keely Ringo ain't going to get many chances in this game. Okay? But either Nyland Green or Kamari Laster will have an interception in this game. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on another corner for Georgia, Nyland Green or Kamari Laster, getting an interception in this game. And I'm just going to parlay that. I don't know that it's going to be the same moment. But don't sleep on a defensive score in this game, Clint. Do not sleep on a defensive or special teams score in this game. I'm on record as saying Georgia will run a punt back for a touchdown this year. I don't know that it'll be this game.
Just for clarity's sake, longtime listeners of the pod will understand that Daniel says that same exact thing every year.
And this year, I'm right.
Third segment listeners, get on it.
Don't sleep on a defensive or special teams touchdown in this game, and don't sleep on an interception for either Nyland Green or Kamari Laster.
Look, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you this right now. If this happens, if you're watching the game and Chaz is on one side and Jalen is on one side, and on the other side is Robert Beal and Nolan Smith slides down into the 4-tech. Mm-hmm. If that happens...
Wrecking crew is what we call that.
We call that a wrecking crew. A touchdown is coming.
Yep.
Somebody's getting a strip
by
sack.
The guys in the weird colored shirts.
No.
It ain't by somebody dressed as a highlighter. That ain't who's going to be scoring the touchdown.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Those cats will come. There'll be strip sacks. No tackle on Oregon is stopping Jalen Carter. He bumps out on any pass rush to that inside 4 technique or straight up 4. You're done. You're done.
It's going to be a fun day, Clint. It's going to be a day filled with football, with jubilation, and I don't know if we made this clear. We will be back on Saturday night.
Saturday night. So don't look for that Monday episode. We'll be back. Instant reaction.
The video will be out by, I don't know, midnight on Saturday night. At some point on Saturday evening, we will be recording.
Yes.
We will be putting it up immediately, so you can jump on the YouTube. You can jump on the audio podcast. That's how we're going to do it all season. We're going to do a Saturday episode, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday throughout the rest of the week. So look for that instant reaction on Saturday and join us then, Oregon fans. We can't wait to see you on that Saturday night video. It's going to be fun to interact with you.
I'll miss you.
Have a great rest of your season, because this will be the last time that you ever speak to us. Georgia fans, we'll see you on Saturday night on the Locked On Bulldogs podcast.